Took a walk with no direction, just a whisper on the breeze. Left behind a little chaos, found my calm among the trees. Didn't need no grand arrival, just the strength to keep it light. 'Cause moving on in silence is...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Grace's Oasis with yours truly, Jocelyn Grace, your safe space to grow, release, and heal. Today, we're talking about something that touches every part of our well being: how we nourish ourselves. This episode is called Feeding Grace, Healing Through Food, Faith, and Fresh Choices. Because sometimes the breakthrough you're, you're praying for isn't just in your worship, your work, or your relationships. It's in your kitchen, it's what you put on your plate. And I want to share how changing the way I feed myself is helping to change my life. Hallelujah. Um, So, repeat this affirmation after me, or just let these words sink in. Uh, I am worthy of nourishment that uplifts me. I choose foods that bring healing to my body, clarity to my mind, and peace to my soul. I honor myself with every intentional bite. I feed myself with grace. So, second one, why I had to shift. For a long time, I ate out of survival, out of habit, out of heartbreak, sometimes out of boredom, and sometimes I just didn't have the energy to care. But lately, God's been dealing with me, not in punishment, but in preparation. I can't go where I'm headed in a sick body, in a foggy mind, or carrying habits that dishonor the temple that He gave me. I started noticing how certain foods left me feeling heavy, anxious, even angry, and I thought, this can't be it. This isn't the way my ancestors fed themselves. This isn't the way I'm supposed to treat myself anymore. So I made a shift. Not overnight, but not perfectly, but still intentionally. So, what my plate looks like now. Let me tell you what dinner looks like for me today and recently. I had baked whiting fillets, lightly seasoned and baked to perfection. I had steamed potatoes with salt, pepper, and paprika, a fresh baby spinach and cucumber salad with avocado oil and vinegar, and a side of broccoli, carrots, and red beans. Real soul food, just lighter. And yes, I had a slice of bread because we're not starving, we're nourishing. But here's the beauty. Instead of heavy sauces or processed dressings, I use golden mushroom gravy. And even then, that's what I used last night. I didn't even use the golden mushroom gravy tonight. I just made it with a few tweaks to keep it clean. And instead of ranch with all the dairy, so instead of ranch with all the dairy, experimented with a lemon Dijon vinaigrette that was really good. And I'm learning to make my own tahini sauces, cashew dressings, and herbal oils. It's fun, it's healing, and it's holy. Food, feelings, and the spirit. I'm not just changing what I eat, I'm changing why I eat. I'm not feeding guilt, I'm not feeding stress. I'm feeding purpose, I'm feeding clarity. I'm feeding the woman that God called me to be. When I sit down with a plate, I ask myself, will this meal bring me peace or pain? Will it energize me or will I need a nap? Would I feed this to someone I love? Because if I wouldn't serve it to them, I'm not serving it to me either. Meal planning with Grace. And now I've started planning my meals, not just winging it. I keep staples like canned beans, frozen veggies, whole grains, fresh herbs, olive oil, avocado oil, um, the staples, the green peppers, the banana peppers, red peppers, and some fresh garlic. And clean protein sources like fish or lentils. And on Sundays and whenever I have peace and time, I think ahead. I might make a few sauces or chop vegetables in advance. I keep it simple but intentional. Thank you, excuse me. Because healing doesn't come from doing the most. Healing comes from doing what matters consistently. a word from someone listening, for someone listening out there, because I want to speak to the listener who feels overwhelmed, like I did. Maybe your energy's been off, your skin's breaking out, maybe you've been feeling sluggish or irritable. And deep down, you know your body's crying out for something better. And let me tell you what I told myself. You don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to care enough to try. Try a new veggie. Try a fresh herb. Try saying no to what always leaves you drained. Try asking God to help you choose better because He will. Feed your legacy. This is more than meal planning. Gentlemen, I'm on the phone. They've got so much more energy eating clean. Hallelujah. This is legacy work. This is how we break cycles. This is how we keep showing up whole, clear, and present for our children, our purpose, our peace. So this week, I challenge you to reimagine your plate. What would it look like to eat with grace? So, what would it look like to eat with grace? To feed your body like you matter. To cook like joy is required, a required ingredient. Let that be your new standard. You know, in addition to eating cleaner, I've also given up smoking cold turkey. Now, I've had my stage 4 breast cancer, and I still have a moment to smoke my reefer occasionally. Yeah, true. But I did give up smoking cigarettes, and as I'm approaching a clean and healthier lifestyle, though I know it's a big sacrifice, but I know it's so worth it for where I'm going, that I'm able to breathe clearly. I'm able to have my heart, in check, like I'm doing my exercises and stuff. So I'm doing my heart health, I'm doing my lung health, I'm doing my gut health, I'm doing, what I'm saying, making sure my muscles are getting stronger with each lunge or every um, squat. So I'm really in a great position in my life now. I'm going through some things, sure, but the changes that I'm making in the meantime are absolutely wonderful. That I know is going to impact me not just in the short term, but the long term. And I'm also saving money by cutting back on cigarettes and the like. So I'm really feeling great. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you all for joining me today. Um, Again, if this message has blessed you, or you're going through your own purge and trying to come up with your own meal plans, I do ask AI and things of that nature, like, going online and finding some recipes, and hopefully maybe you can share some of your recipes with me just starting out, or maybe you've been vegan for a while, or pescatarian, or in a clean version of living that cuts out the red meat, the dairy, the cheese, um, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So that we can really accept our kingdom responsibilities with a very. So I'm trying to make sure that I do episodes in the Oasis that are, direct to the point, really getting to what we're focusing on per segment and everything. So I'm really glad that I'm able to connect with my community. I'm able to connect with my soul tribe. I know it's a lot going on, but the more that we can be in control of what we're putting into our bodies, the better that our bodies are going to be able to work for us now and in the future. You know what I'm saying? So if you have some really awesome clean recipes that are simple, for me and my boys to try out, we sure will. I'm looking into snacks right now, and like clean sauces like the tahini. That's a new thing for me. And like I said, check out my email and my Cash App in the links below in the description. And I also have new music that I just released out on Divine Meaning Music Radio with your girl Jocelyn Grace today. So I'm doing the best that I can on every platform and avenue that is going to give me the results of betterment and health and wealth and joy ultimately. So I hope that you receive this message, and God bless you all on your journeys. Let me know how you're navigating out there. And until next time, eat clean and feel good about yourself. Awesome, right? Win-win. Take care.